Namaskar. Today I am going to share some interesting insights on our independence. Some I've shared previously as well as to why independence was taken at midnight. But today I am going to add on a couple of bits, share a couple of more points with you on that front. Share some insights which are not that well known and are much less talked about. So here I am going to discuss how Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru became the Prime Minister of India. Now, how was he chosen? Or why did Mahatma Gandhi chose him? Or what were the incidents that brought together this particular episode to fructify, or this event to really manifest? What was it? So, around 1939, the Muslim League had completely polarized the Muslim population on religious lines, and Mahatma Gandhi very intelligently decided to make, it was a strategic move by Mahatma Gandhi, and he decided to make Maulana Azad the president of the Congress in 1939, just before the Lahore resolution was passed for the creation of Pakistan. Now, by the time World War II was ending, it was very clear that India would soon gain independence, and Congress would be invited to form the government, to form the interim government at the center. That was very clear. So therefore, the president of the Congress, that position became very important, because that person would become the Prime Minister of Free India. So the next elections were to be, of the Congress president, were to be in around April 1946. Now, there was a voting that had to happen. Out of the 15 Congress Pradesh committee members, 12 voted for Sardar Patel, and the remaining 3 did not vote at all. They abstained from it. So if we look at it, Sardar Patel was the de facto Prime Minister, or he had been elected unopposed, and he would have been the de facto Prime Minister. But then the machinery that opposed Patel and favored Nehru started working fervently, and J.B. Kriplani is supposed to have then proposed Jawaharlal Nehru's name in one of the meetings. This is after the voting was completed, and Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel was elected unopposed. Now, even though he was elected, and even after that, when a new name is coming up and being proposed in the committee, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel is said to have consulted Mahatma Gandhi as to what should be done. And Mahatma Gandhi told Sardar Patel to step aside and to let Nehru shine. And Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel stepped aside, even though he had won the voting process democratically. He was the winner, unopposed. He was an unopposed winner. Dr. Rajendra Prasad had famously lamented that Mahatma Gandhi had sacrificed his trusted lieutenant once again for the sake of the glamorous Nehru, and he feared that Nehru would follow the British ways. Michael Brecher, one of the sympathetic biographers of Nehru, even wrote that had Gandhi not intervened, Patel was the de facto Premier of India. And now I am going to share a very interesting excerpt from this book, India Wins Freedom. India Wins Freedom was published in 1959 by Orient Longman. But 20 pages of this book were withheld. The full book was never published. and the National Library at Calcutta and the archives at New Delhi. The full version of the book was kept there. In 1989, after the court's order, the full book, the full version got published. Now 20 pages went missing from this book because of a certain person and because a certain party at the center had desired so. I am going to read a small excerpt from this book to give you an insight into what Maulana's point of view was. This is page number 162 from chapter 12, Prelude to Partition. Maulana Azad writes, after weighing the pros and cons, I came to the conclusion that the election of Sardar Patel would not be desirable in the existing circumstances. Taking all facts into consideration, it seemed to me that Jawaharlal Nehru should be the new president. Accordingly, on 26 April 1946, I issued a statement proposing his name for the presidentship and appealing for congressmen that they should elect Jawaharlal unanimously. I acted according to my best judgment, but the way things have shaped since then has made me realize that this was perhaps the greatest blunder of my political life. I have regretted no action of mine so much as the decision to withdraw from the presidentship of the Congress at this critical juncture. It was a mistake which I can describe in Gandhiji's words as one of Himalayan dimension. My second mistake was that when I decided not to stand myself, I did not support Sardar Patel. We differed on many issues, but I am convinced that if he had succeeded me as Congress president, he would have seen that the cabinet mission plan was successfully implemented. He would have never committed the mistake of Jawaharlal Nehru, which gave Mr. Jinnah the opportunity of sabotaging the plan. I can never forgive myself when I think that if I had not committed these mistakes, perhaps the history of the last 10 years would have been different. This is what Maulana Azad writes in his book, and this was published by Orient Black Swan in 1989 after the court's order. We all know of Sardar Patel's contribution. Without him, the demography of India wouldn't be the way it is right now. I am referring to his famous quote to Mountbatten where Sardar Patel told Mountbatten that I want all the 580 apples in my basket, referring to the 580 princely states, and how he got all of the states one by one together in this entire piece to then come together. So the states came together to form what we have right now as our country, India, Bharat. Now, while I've shared this, I'll also share one more point with you. I'm finding the page, I've lost it. And I'm going to share one more interesting insight which I've shared previously as well. This should have been taught to us while we were at school or while we were at college. But I see that even a lot of history graduates who specialize in this subject don't know the clear history of the country. Why did India take independence at midnight? It is by no fluke. Dr. Rajendra Prasad had consulted two famous scholar astrologers of India, Hardev Sharma Trivedi ji from Solan and Surya Narain Vyas ji from Ujjain, as to what should be the muhurta for Indian independence. Lord Mountbatten had decided that it could be the 15th of August. Now, within that day, what is the time that we needed to pick? The astrologer scholars recommended Pushya Nakshatra, which is a Maha Nakshatra, the nakshatra of Saturn. So, moon to be in Saturn, that was important. Abhijit Muhurta. Now, there is a lot of confusion. A lot of people say Abhijit Muhurta is at noon time, but it is also at midnight. Lord Ram and Lord Krishna both were born in Abhijit Muhurta. For Lord Ram, Tulsidas ji writes, Navmi Tithi Madhumas Punita Shukla Paksha Abhijit Hari Prita Madhya Divas Ati Sheetna Ghama Pavana Kal Lok Vishrama. So Lord Ram is at Abhijit Muhurta, 12 noon. Harivansh Puran refers to Krishna Janma in Abhijit Muhurta at midnight. So, Abhijit Muhurta, which is a Dosh Shunya Muhurta, was chosen for Indian independence at midnight. Taurus Lagna, Vrishab Lagna, a Sthir Lagna, which is taken to lay strong foundations, was picked up for Indian independence. Always remember, a muhurta is 48 minutes. Do ghadi. One ghadi is 24 minutes. There are many songs in Indian cinema which refer to pal, do ghadi. Now, one pal is 2.4 minutes. One ghadi is 24 minutes. So, do ghadi is 48 minutes. Pal do pal is 2.4 minutes or 4.8 minutes. Yeah. So, that was just to share a little point on the side with you. Also, with moon in Pushya Nakshatra, the first dasha that India would run would be that of Saturn, because Pushya Nakshatra is ruled by Saturn. For a Taurus Lagna, Vrishab Lagna horoscope, Saturn is a Yog Karak planet, the 9th and the 10th Lord. After Shani or Saturn's dasha, India ran the dasha of Mercury, another powerful planet for a Taurus ascendant. How? Being the 2nd and the 5th Lord, Mercury was very good. And therefore, India got the two dashas, the initial dashas of very good, powerful, one a Yog Karak planet, and then the second planet who was owning the Lakshmi sthanas, the 2nd and the 5th Lord, Mercury. Now, in none of the biographies of Nehru has this ever been mentioned, but Durga Das, who wrote India from Curzon to Nehru and after, writes this, and I am going to share it. How did Jawaharlal Nehru react to this idea of India at independence, which was proposed by Dr. Rajendra Prasad? Durga Das writes, Nehru then hit upon an interesting compromise. He called the Constituent Assembly in the afternoon of 14th August and continued its sitting till midnight, when according to the Western practice, 15th August took birth and 0 hour was then the auspicious period envisaged by the Hindu calendar. So, here this has been written. Now, Sir Woodrow Wyatt, who once visited India before independence and had taken astrological predictions from an astrologer, and it's quoted in his book. I'm just referring to a brief point here. He referred to this particular episode in May 1988 in the Times London, and also in his book, The Confessions of an Optimist. But in India, we don't teach our history graduates, or we don't teach our pupils in school or college this piece of information. What are we trying to hide? So Woodrow Wyatt wrote about it, and this is quoted in the Nehru Dynasty by K.N. Rao, my Jyotish Guru, K.N. Rao sir. The Astrological Story of the Independence of India, Chapter 3, page 31. Sir Woodrow Wyatt wrote about it in the Times of London in May 28, 1988. He writes, in 1947, the cabinet in Mountbatten, under the pressure, chose August 14 as the start of independence for India and Pakistan, hoping that it would not be too late. Mr. Jinnah of the Muslim League was unconcerned. The Hindu Indian leaders were troubled. The astrologers had reported that August 14 was not the best of dates and were ordered to select the most promising moment during it. They came up with exactly midnight. So Pakistan began its independence to the morning and India in the middle of the night. India's subsequent history has been somewhat more successful than Pakistan's. This was written by Sir Woodrow Wyatt and written in this book, The Nehru Dynasty, quoted in this book, The Nehru Dynasty, by my Jyotish Guru, K.N. Rao sir. So I wanted to share these very interesting excerpts, and I hope you like this piece of information. Jai Hind.